you be corporate and still be hip-hop? Does corporate involvement in hip-hop destroy hip-hop? Here's the answer. Africa Bambaataa taught us this also at the 1994 meeting of the minds at the Schomburg Center in Harlem. This very question was brought up. And the answer was, of course you could be corporate. In fact, more cultural people should go into corporate life. The problem with the corporate world is there are not enough cultured people in it. People who are into their culture don't lie, cheat, and steal. Now that's not saying that all of the corporate world is about lying, cheating, and stealing. No, it's not. But when you're in a corporate situation, you have to tolerate lying, cheating, and stealing. Because the corporate is about capitalism. And capitalism is against democracy, against truth, against labor, against people. It's just by its nature. All are going to own. I mean, one is going to own, not all owning. One guy is going to own in the end. So if you're going to be in a corporate situation, what Professor Z, who teaches at Lincoln University, hip-hop scholar, the first actually, he said, when having intercourse with corporate America, use your culture as a condom. This is the best way to explain this exchange between corporate and culture. Yeah. Use your culture as a condom as you enter corporate life. Keep your principles on you. Wear your principles. And the minute something comes up against your principles, that's when you start seeking your way out. You don't have to quit immediately like some cultural people do, like me. I'm guilty of that. I worked at Warner Brothers for 2 years. I was at the pinnacle of corporate life. I was the head of A&R, Warner Brothers. It was a great time for me. But the lying, the backstabbing, the deception, me as a man could not sit next to that. So I quit. But in hindsight, as I look back on it, I say, you know what? I should have just stayed and fought. I really should have stayed. Now me, I don't regret anything. I like my life the way it is. I'm glad I left. But as advice to other people, don't be so quick to quit. Because culture needs corporate. And corporate needs culture. In fact, culture thrives. When a culture is thriving, it manifests corporate. It makes it, whether it likes it or not. It's throwing off jewels. It's throwing off resources and things that everybody wants. A vibrant culture, corporations are going to come to it, and it's going to create new jobs and new entrepreneurships, a vibrant culture. So corporate is not against culture. Culture is not against corporate. What we don't have is integrity in corporate life, dignity in corporate life, loyalty in corporate life. Yes. If we can maintain those things, then you do fine in corporate life. You'll do excellent in corporate life. But you'll get to a point one day where it's you that's going to have to tell the lie. And that's when you're going to have to decide, hold up. I'm not doing that. And that's when you got to go. And when you leave, your culture will embrace you, because your culture will know, here's why she left. She left because they wanted her to lie about the culture, and she refused. So she's going to come in the culture. And you know what? The culture will take care of you. The culture will take care. I'm living proof of that. My middle finger, stay up to corporate life, MTV, all of that. Middle finger, get it? Okay, stay up. But that's because my culture holds me. It holds me. This has nothing to do with being rich, because I'm not. It has nothing to do with being, famous and rich and all of that. That's corporate. It's fun. It's fun to spend money. It's fun to be popular. But children who go to bed at night with nothing in their stomach, and women who can't find a decent man to raise their kid, and men who That is never going to leave the earth. That right there. See? I don't speak the language, but I know exactly what she's saying. I can feel that. That right there, that's hip hop. And that's the culture. And as long as we stay true to the culture, you're going to eat, you're going to have respect, you're going to be protected, you're going to raise your family. Now, on the level of corporate, hip-hop is facing a new challenge today. The challenge is that the university system all over the world, colleges all over the world, are claiming that they can teach hip-hop without any credentials whatsoever to do so. Major universities are telling professors, hold on, I go on after her? Okay. They're telling professors, you can teach hip-hop because you have a sociology degree. You can teach hip-hop because you have a journalist degree. You have a degree in musicology. You have a degree in psychology. This is so ridiculous. This is like, because I have a degree in engineering, I could teach law. Because I have a degree in medicine, I could teach culinary arts. I could teach you how to cook because I'm a doctor. That's how ridiculous this is. So you got these professors all over the world claiming themselves to be hip-hop professors or hip-hop scholars. Never did a show, never made a record, never even supported the making of one. Okay, you don't rap, but you produced an album. Okay, you paid for one. You made a beat. Nothing. Zero. They listen to rap music and then go, okay, now I can teach hip-hop in a college. This is horrible for hip-hop. I urge all hip-hoppers to rise up on this. Anybody teaching you hip-hop, if they don't have a degree from me, they're not hip-hop. And I'm not saying that egotistically. I'm the first master teacher of hip-hop. The first time hip-hop ever had a teacher, it was KRS-One. When nobody was even thinking about teaching hip-hop, I was teaching hip-hop and teaching through hip-hop. Not just rap, graffiti art, breaking, emcee, all of the fashion, everything we were teaching. Now, they don't want me in the university because I'm going to expose the lies. So they get the people that they can control to say these are hip-hop scholars. Then what they're teaching about hip-hop, Tupac's lyrics, Biggie's life, Criminal Minded is an album. We're going to listen to the Criminal Minded album and listen to what did KRS mean when this is not teaching hip-hop. What's teaching hip-hop is hip means to know. Hop is a form of movement. This is teaching hip-hop. What is hip? What is hop? And how do we use that? How do we handle that? How do we live this? But we're going through something in hip-hop right now that all true hip-hoppers should be questioning these professors. You see the way people are protesting in the streets all over? I think their energy is misplaced. Your government can't even help you with what the protests. Like Brazil, big up to the people in Brazil that are doing their thing. But they're arguing with the wrong people. The government has no power. They can't even. The government's wondering what the hell to do right now. Okay? Oh, they throw another tear gas. That's all the government can do. The people have to unite. That's what these protests should be showing us. Okay, we blew off some steam, we fought the cops, but who's going to start organizing thought? And where you organize thought is not on the street, it's at the universities. take those protests and go into the universities and say education should be free across the board. You should never have to pay for education again. That's the beginning of every revolution. We would get more money, everybody would have jobs, you could raise your family better, there's more psychological peace if education was free. Not medical, not a bus fare, education. Why does a college student go to college and have to be put in debt for the rest of their lives fighting off this college debt just to get an education? That's against the law. That's an injustice. So I say, hip hop is everywhere. Should take the fight to the university. That's where we need to be fighting. Go there and demand that education be free. Let's storm the universities. Don't storm the government. The government's weak right now. Everybody know that. Corporations run the government now. You're not going to get answers from the government. They are the managers of Burger King. They are not in power. They're not the franchise owner of the state. The government doesn't control the state anymore. Corporations do. So you don't want to fight the corporations because you're an instant hypocrite. You buy from the corporation you go fight from. You gonna eat the food. You go fight the same corporation. You eat the same food. That war can't be won. At least not on that front. Here's what we can win. Take that protest into the universities. Global. All universities should teach hip-hop. They should teach hip-hop from a certified hip-hop cultural specialist. This alone would create 1 million new jobs around the world. If universities would just comply with hip-hop's cultural principles, 2 million jobs open up for everybody around the world. Open up for everybody. Everybody wins on this one. But universities are colonizing hip-hop. They're taking hip-hop just like diamonds, like oil, like peanuts, like seed, like anything. They're trying to commodify it and take it from us. And hip-hop should not stand for that. Take your protest to the university and demand more knowledge, not more money. Demand more knowledge, not more freedom even. Because we were slaves and got free through knowledge. Now today they say we free and we're more slaves because of lack of knowledge. It's knowledge that reigns supreme. Yes. What a coincidence.